I'd like to start by introducing Mell and Paul Purchase, because they've come tonight to help me make this video. And amazingly, they've cycled from their home in Binley to my home in Charlesmore. And they've told me it's taken you how long?
17 minutes.
Can I just ask, before lockdown, did you cycle?
No.
No.
I did for a long time when I first got my bike, and then I stopped for ages, and it was lockdown was the motivation to get it back out again, and then Mel followed on.
It was either get fit or get fat, so...
You joined us in May last year, the two of you, and you got to Target in January.
Yeah.
And you've been at Target since January. However, we do say that one of the ways to maintain your target weight is to keep your exercise level
Yeah.
up. And for you, that was cycling. So, had you cycled before lockdown?
I don't think I had.
No,
Had I?
you didn't.
No.
So, had you not cycled since you were a child, or yeah?
No, not really, no. But then we realised it was the only way to get out of the house, wasn't it, to exercise?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we used it as an excuse and used it to our advantage.
Yeah. And so, did you buy a bike for?
Yes.
To go, yeah. And that first time you went out, how far did you go?
To Coombe Abbey?
8.9 miles was the first one.
Was it 8.9? I was absolutely so tired and my legs hurt. I couldn't walk the next day. I didn't want to do it again.
And now, what is the biggest ride that you've done?
17 miles, I think, something like that.
We could go further, but it's having the time.
And you enjoying it?
Really enjoying it, because as you go, the more you go, you feel yourself not being as tired when you get to a certain point, and being able to go up the hill without stopping, and you're not out of breath when you get to a certain point, and it makes you feel good.
And have you lost inches as a result of that?
I think I have,
Yeah,
yes.
definitely so.
Paul notices, and I notice through my jeans, because obviously jeans are one of those ones where you tell whether you've lost or gained.
Slinky.
And but yeah, I feel better in myself. So I know the scales don't always reflect it, but I can tell as well.
As we know, one of the advantages of increasing your activity is not necessarily losing weight, but it is losing inches. It's toning and feeling better. All the things that you're that you're saying. So I'm going to take you back now.
Okay.
What was it that made you join Slimming World in the first place?
You go first.
Because I was fat and I was struggling to do anything really. Up and down stairs was a struggle.
Looking back on holiday pictures.
Yeah, looking back on holiday pictures was gross.
Especially for me, I looked at myself and thought, I'm not that big. I can't be that big.
Well, it's when you're putting the photos into an album that you know people are going to look at, and you suddenly start to take out all the best photos with your kids because you look fat.
Yeah.
Or taking the best photos out of the kids because you don't like the way your chin looked, or you kind of was sitting quite wrong and your belly was all scrunched up. And then you thought to yourself, why am I not including some of the best moments to show off to people on an amazing holiday I've spent money to go on, just because of the way I look, and not do anything about it?
Yeah.
So, Mel, I know you had been a Slimming World member before, because you'd actually been to my group before. Yeah. And you had lost weight successfully before as well, hadn't you?
I think maybe I'd got my stone award, and then me being me thought, oh well, I can do this at home now. I've done it, and I was in the mindset of, I've lost it, so I can just go back and eat what I want now because it's gone. And then it just crept back on and more. And then when Paul joined and said, you should join as well if you want to. If you're not happy, come and join with me. And I thought, well, do you know what? I'm going to go back to Jane. And I just said to myself this time, if we're going to do it, we'll do it properly and no excuses. And I think when you see yourself losing weight, it makes you feel better, and that's an inspiration to keep going. So we would not stop now.
And one of the things I think is brilliant, because you're on Jane Slimmer's Facebook group and you post some absolutely amazing pictures of the meals that you do. And I know you've got your Instagram account as well, haven't you? And you post your meals. So do you have a favourite meal?
Yes, chicken shawarma.
I knew you were going to say that. Yeah.
Delicious.
It is a good one, but I like the curry because you can adapt a curry and just throw in whatever you want.
Is that the easy chicken curry?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It can be sweet, mild, hot, saucy, dry. Pretty much do what you want with it, obviously being mindful of the ingredients, but yeah.
Yeah, like you can throw in all your extra bits, and I mean, I've started to really dice down the peppers and the onions for the kids to get some speed food into them.
Yeah.
And when I do the chicken version, they don't know any different and they eat it.
Sort of wizard, isn't it?
But we prefer it chunky.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can throw anything in it.
What is it that you love about Slimming World in its entirety?
I can eat what I want, and it's nice food, and I can still lose weight. I'm not a sweet tooth person, so that probably goes in my favour because a lot of people do like sweet things. But like, I'd rather have cheese and biscuits at the end of the night, and that's just what works for us.
Because you're famous, aren't you, at Whitley Group? So you do a sort of a platter, don't you? And you have your free speed, and you have your cheese as your healthy A, and you'll often have like a bit of ham or chicken as extra protein, and then you'll have a few crackers that you
Forgot the
sin,
crackers,
and a bit of relish that you sin and what have you. And you said you save 8 or 10 sins for the evening, and that's your supper. So
well, we've just managed to save more sins doing it as well, actually, because a Jacob's cracker is 1.5 sins each. But we've worked out that if we just get a wholemeal slice of bread and cut that into 4, that's only an extra 3 sins. So then we're getting 4 little squares for 3 sins that fill you up more, which are probably better for you than having 4 crackers, which would have been 5.5 sins.
But I think it's amazing that you've lost 2 stone and 1.5 stone a poor, but you've still been having that in for the evening. And when we have new members come onto group to join, and I say, just tell them what you have, and they're like, really, that's after your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah.
But because you've planned it all out and you've eaten free during the day, you can do that, and that is what is amazing. So this is the question I'm asking everybody. What is it that you love about Zoom?
It just feels like we're at a normal group. I think even now it's become the norm. It's seeing people as well. It's just encouraging each other, really. Because I think if we didn't have Zoom, I think we would have gone back to square one and maybe put on weight again.
Yeah.
So it's just having that consistency and the encouragement from other members as well.
How do you feel about going back into physical group?
I'm fine. I can't wait. It'll be great. As long as we've got Slimming World every week, that's okay.
See, I love the Zoom meetings because you can literally sit in your own comfort.
In your pants.
Yeah, in my pants if I wanted to be, in a posh t-shirt up top. But I'm also looking forward to going to the group to have that different interaction. But sometimes it is convenient at home. Sometimes it isn't. Obviously, if that has to continue for a little bit longer, then.
I think the people that turn up every week, they really enjoy seeing each other and learning from each other and seeing you as well. So it all helps.
Yeah, and I mean, you both know that I'm not the most technically afraid person.
You've done really well.
Thank you. So, if there was somebody sat there thinking, I'd really love to go and join Slimming World, but I don't feel confident enough, what would you say?
You don't know until you try. Give it a go. What's the worst that can happen?
Don't think of it as like going to a job interview, or don't think it of a first day at work, or don't think it of a first day going to visit a normal group where you don't know what people's interests are, because everybody's there for one reason, and that's to lose weight, which will be the same as you. So just got to bear that in mind, that everyone's there for the same thing. There's no agenda other than
we all just want to lose weight.
That's it. But yeah, just don't worry.
Be yourself.
It's just turn up and give it a go.
So I'm just going to ask you before we finish, one thing that if you had a hint or a tip for any member that feels perhaps they're struggling a little bit, what would it be?
Open your book, have a read of it.
Yeah, which is what you always tell us to do as well. But also ask for help. Ask somebody, even if you don't know them on a personal level at group. Just give them a quick message, because everybody wants to help, and I sometimes feel like we take over too much on the page. But then somebody messaged me and said, you're my inspiration, please keep posting your pictures, and I thought that was really lovely, because then it made me feel like, okay, I'm not getting on everyone's nerves.
And that's quite interesting, because as far as the Facebook group is concerned, I try to take a bit of a step back, because it's not my page, it's your pages as members, and it's your way of interacting and supporting each other.
Yeah.
And so I do keep a weather eye on it, but I'm always much happier if one of the members has popped in with the answer
Yeah.
or the suggestion. Well, can I just say thank you very much for coming and helping me make this video.
You're welcome.
I just think that you've both done an amazing job and that you are inspirational, and I'm just chuffed to bits with the fact that you've increased your activity, you've done your Body Magic Awards through lockdown, you've maintained your weight losses and increased them through lockdown so that we can leave lockdown lighter.
Yes.
And just thank you.
Welcome.
No worries.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jane.